Hey guys, I'm Nick and welcome back to the channel. Well, today we're having a look at the trailer for Star Trek Strange New Worlds Episode 4 entitled Memento Mori. Normally I combine my breakdown of the sneak peek scene and the trailer for the weekly episode, but Paramount Plus spaced them out a little bit this week. So yesterday I did my look at the sneak peek scene. If you haven't seen that yet, click up here and you can have a look at that video. And today we're going to have a look at the trailer. And I predicted in the sneak peek scene that we would be getting a Gorn episode, and my prediction was in fact correct. It is now confirmed that this is going to be a very interesting Gorn-based episode of Strange New Worlds. It definitely seems like we've got a bit of a mix this episode of a kind of a creepy suspense thriller type episode combined with your typical Star Trek episode that's like the old sort of submarine cat and mouse sort of style episode, a bit like the Enterprise and the Reliant playing off in Star Trek II Wrath of Khan, hiding in nebulas and, you know, both ships having probably taken a lot of damage and who gets the last shot in, that sort of stuff. So it seems like we're up for quite an interesting episode, and it'd be very interesting to see whether we get a look at a reimagined Gorn, because let's face it, back in original series, the Gorn was okay, I guess, for its day, but, you know, let's face it, it was a man in a rubber mask. They tried to do it a revamped version for Enterprise in CG, but that was almost as bad, if not worse. It will be very interesting to see if we get a brought up-to-date Gorn. We've caught a glimpse before of a baby Gorn that appeared in an early trailer for Strange New Worlds, which I'm sure we're going to see in this episode, but we have yet to see what a fully grown adult Gorn might look like. So that would be one to look out for. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to Sci-Finatics yet, please don't be scared. Go ahead, click on that big red button to stay up-to-date and current with all the latest Star Trek news on YouTube. So much stuff going on at the moment, so be sure to click the red button and ring the bell. Okay, so let's take a look at the trailer for Episode 4, Memento Mori, which sort of essentially means remember you must die, so a very ominous title. And then after the trailer, we'll have a look at it shot by shot and break that down, see if we can extract any more information out of the trailer, because a lot of these shots fly past very quickly. So we're going to freeze on them and see what extra bits and pieces we can learn. So let's take a look.
There are supposed to be hundreds of people here.
Looks like the bodies were all dragged here.
The monsters are coming!
What monsters?
It makes noises like this.
It's the Gorn.
Oh no. The Enterprise is going to make it.
We've got this.
Now you almost make it sound fun.
We're too damaged to stand and fight. Time to run, sir.
Helm, take us down.
To a giant gas cloud of death. Why not?
So the first part of our episode no doubt seems an away team beaming down to this colony that's been pretty decimated by what would appear to be some sort of Gorn attack. Most of the colonists seem to be dead. We've got corpses on the ground, we've got blood smears on walls and windows. It's a pretty unsettling sight. One that's going to be bringing up a lot of old bad memories for Lan. Next we seem to have a interesting looking Federation starship here, some sort of transport vessel, which has docked with the Enterprise. We've got a walkway gantry there extended from the Enterprise to the other ship for transference of passengers, no doubt. And it appears these passengers are refugees from probably the colony that did the away mission from, where they've all been attacked by the Gorn. This little girl recites a description that obviously rings true to Lan, that it is in fact the Gorn that has raided this colony. Which is going to bring back a lot of bad memories for Lan, because her family was decimated by the Gorn when she was little. And going by her description of this, an announcement to Pike that this is in fact the case, it appears that the Gorn have got a pretty bad reputation in the Federation at this time for this sort of behaviour. Not only is this a concern because of their brutality, but I'm guessing also the Gorn are around for being potentially tactically superior to Federation starships. Hemmer in the cargo bay here, struggling over a piece of technology which could be a warp core, could be a main deflector dish. All of our crew members seem to be wearing these little circular badges on their uniform above their Starfleet insignia, so maybe some sort of radiation detection there. We get our first look at a Gorn ship here, the tri-wing design. I haven't seen Gorn ships before. We've seen plenty of Gorn, but no ships prior to this episode. The Enterprise under attack from the Gorn. Looks like Spock's had to move from the science console to the ops console here to take over. And it looks like, based on the background of these shots, the Enterprise is taking some significant damage in their conflict with the Gorn here. It seems like the Gorn ship is tactically superior to the Enterprise, and it looks like Pike is definitely concerned about potentially losing the ship. It looks like Ortegas is going to have to pull out some of her fancy evasive maneuvers to get the ship through this one. And it looks like the Enterprise is going to be playing some cat and mouse style maneuverings up against the Gorn fighter and what appears to be a mothership of some description, hiding in a nebula in some Star Trek II style tactics. The connecting gantry here from the Enterprise to the refugee ship, obviously blown apart by a Gorn attack. Sickbay completely inundated with casualties, no doubt, from the damage that the Gorn attack has inflicted upon the Enterprise. Captain Pike looking significantly stressed and tense here as explosions go on around him. No doubt the attack by the Gorn is proceeding very badly for the Enterprise crew. Obviously they have to go and hide in a nebula nearby to take cover and regroup, otherwise face destruction. I think this episode is setting itself up to be quite an interesting one. I think it's going to be a very suspenseful episode. We've got, a lot of stuff going on an away mission with Number One and Lan and everything, and colonists have obviously been ravaged by the Gorn. There's blood stains on this and that and dead bodies and all sorts of things going on down on the planet. We've got a very interesting ship dogfight going on. We get to see the Gorn ship. We haven't seen Gorn ships before. We've seen Gorn before, but I don't believe we've ever taken a really good look at a Gorn ship. So that's obviously this tri-winged fighter we're seeing attacking the Enterprise in this trailer. And there seems to be not only a sort of a fighter-style craft, but also a larger mothership vessel as well. I always like those Star Trek episodes that have that kind of cat and mouse game going on between our hero ship and an enemy craft, and they have to sort of be very cunning, and there's a bit of hiding going on in nebulas, and obviously it was done very well in Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan. They're always quite suspenseful and always quite captivating episodes, I find. Maybe leave a comment in the comment section if you can think of a example, apart from Balance of Terror in original series and Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan, are there any other examples you can think of where our hero ship has played a game of cat and mouse with an enemy combatant with suspenseful and tactical outcomes? So this episode, I feel, is going to be a really interesting one. We'll get to check that out next Thursday. Guys, if you're able to, please leave a super thanks. It really helps the channel out, much appreciated. If not, leave a like and a comment, which also helps the channel out, a lot. Share this video with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and check out my merch in the merch store where you can pick up cool t-shirts, Star Trek designs, hoodies, mugs, caps, you name it, it's all there. And generally always a sale going on, so be sure to check that out. And I'll be back very soon with my next video. I'll catch you guys soon.